For alternatives, the electron in a hydrogen atom makes a transition N1 to N2, where N1 and N2 are the principal quantum numbers of the two states. Assume the Bohr's model to be valid. The time period of the electron in the initial state is 8 times that in the final state. The possible values of N1 and N2 are, there are 4 options. First option, N1 equal to 4, N2 equal to 2. Second option, N1 equal to 8, N2 equal to 2. Third option, N1 equal to 8, N2 equal to 1. Fourth option, N1 equal to 6, N2 equal to 3. Let's see the solution. According to the first postulate of Bohr atomic model, MVR equal to NH bar, or M 2 pi R upon T into R equal to N H upon 2 pi, or 2 pi M upon T N square R naught square equal to NH upon 2 pi, or 4 pi square M R naught square upon H, NQ equal to T, or N1 upon N2 power 3 equal to T1 upon T2. Since 4 pi square M R naught square upon H equal to constant, here N1 upon N2 power 3 equal to T1 upon T2 equal to 8. Therefore N1 equal to 2N2. This condition is satisfied in A and D. Let's see another illustration. The ratio of the speed of the electron in the ground state of hydrogen atom to the speed of light in vacuum is, there are 4 options, A, B, C, D. In A, 1 by 2, in B, 1 by 137, in C, 2 by 137, in D, 1 by 237. The correct option is B. Let's see another illustration. In Bohr's model of hydrogen atom, radiation is emitted when the electron, there are 4 options. A, revolves in its orbit. B, jumps from its orbit into the nucleus. C, jumps from an higher orbit into a lower orbit. D, rises from a lower orbit into a higher orbit. The correct option is C. Now let's see the meaning of excitation and ionization potentials. The minimum accelerating potential required to energize an electron which on collision can excite an atom is called the excitation potential of that atom. Similarly, the minimum accelerating potential required to energize an electron which can ionize an atom is called the ionization potential of that atom. Now let's see the explanation of the line emission and absorption spectrum and estimation of wavelength by energy transitions. First, see emission of light. We have read above that atoms can absorb some definite energy amounts only, which are different for the atoms of different elements. Thus, the atom of a particular element has some characteristic energy levels or energy states. The energy level diagram of mercury atom has been shown in figure. Ordinarily, all the atoms remain in their lowest ground energy state. When they receive appropriate energy from outside, they leave the lowest energy state and go to some excited state of higher energy but the excited state of the atom remains for a very short time, nearly 10 power minus 8 seconds. An atom may return from the excited state either directly to the ground state or through other lower energy state. When the atom returns from a higher energy state to a lower energy state, it radiates energy in the form of light. Transitions of mercury atom from higher energy states to lower energy states have been shown in figure. With each transition of the atom, light of a definite wavelength is emitted. This wavelength can easily be calculated. Suppose the difference of energy between two energy states is delta E. By the transition between these two states, a light photon of energy delta E will be emitted. According to Planck's theory, delta E equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency of the emitted light, but nu equal to c upon lambda, where lambda is the wavelength of the emitted light and c is the speed of light. Therefore, delta E equal to hc upon